Wake up, Canada. We are being replaced, and the craziest part is we are paying for it. Before I get into it, if you're interested in becoming a member, join our movement, support. Members will be getting exclusive videos and helping me work on exactly how we're going to mold this movement to take Canada back and hit the streets. The CBC has just announced that they have hired 20 foreign workers over Canadians. The CBC just hired 20 foreign workers at the same time that our unemployment rates in Canada are as high as they've been in decades. We subsidize the CBC to the tune of $1.5 billion a year. And now the CBC is hiring foreign workers over Canadians. There are over 1,500 immigrants coming into this country every single day. The Liberal Party of Canada has allowed over 7 million invaders into the country in the past decade alone. Our culture is being erased outside of the cultural impact. These people are not assimilating like the people talk about immigration in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s. It was very different back then. People are coming from cultures and not becoming Canadians. They are siphoning themselves off in their own communities. We see it every day with foreign flags all over Canadian streets. It's disgusting. Our sense of national unity, our sense of national pride, absolutely disappearing due to these insane immigration numbers. And Mark Carney refuses to do anything about it. They set a target. We've allowed over 4 million people into this country in the past 3+ years alone. And now the Liberal Party of Canada is not even able to hit their astronomically high immigration numbers in 2025. They are actually exceeding them right now. Asylum claimants into this country, over 291,000. Our government is intentionally selling us out. This is not some sort of a mistake. Mark Carney has spent his entire career in service of the WF, Davos, and Brookfield Asset Management. He wants to allow as many people into this country as possible because all they view it as is a landmass in order to make as much money as possible on. Brookfield Asset Management alone owns $37 billion worth of real estate in Canada. Carney subscribes to the Century Plan, which states that the Canadian population should be 100 million by the year 2100. Can you imagine? Anybody who's lived their entire life in Canada knows how disastrous the past decade under that marshmallow Justin Trudeau have been. 7 million plus immigrants in under a decade. As I said, many of them not assimilated. Can you imagine what this country is going to look like if they continue the same immigration rates for the next 2-3 years even? And their stated goals are to get even more aggressive. Now, this is despite the fact that you look at poll after poll after poll. Over 75% of Canadians say enough immigration. We cannot withstand anymore. How is this a democratic country when the overwhelming majority of Canadians, and you will not get a more overwhelming consensus than 76% of Canadians on agreeing on something, more than 3 out of 4 say we cannot withstand more immigration, yet they continue to allow people to pour in. This at the same time when our GDP per capita has shot down, largely due to immigration. Only 1 in 6 immigrants are considered high skill. Our healthcare system is a disaster. 70,000 Canadians needlessly dying every year. I personally know 2 people who have passed away because of our horrific healthcare system. We do not have the social services. Our youth unemployment is over 17%, as high as it's been in a decade. Indicator after indicator after indicator say we are full. We only have 227,000 housing starts per year right now in Canada, despite all Carney's big talk about these infrastructure projects. He's not getting anything done. Only 227,000 housing starts in Canada. We already have a housing crisis in this country. Go look at a graph of housing prices and rental prices since Justin Trudeau was elected. It has shot upwards unlike any other country in the West. How can you justify when we have a housing crisis, a healthcare crisis, only 227,000 projected bills in the year 2025? How can you justify allowing over 1 million people into the country? You can't unless you are intentionally subverting Canada, which is exactly what the Liberal Party is doing. Mark Carney is not a stupid man. clearly he's an evil man. What he is doing is he is intentionally destroying the fabric of this country. As Justin Trudeau said in the year 2017, he wants Canada to be the first post-national state. That means that our national identity, those of us who have ancestors who passed away fighting World War I, World War II, that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing to these people. It's a true sickness, and their end goal is to, I don't even want to imagine what their end goal is for Canada. It is tyranny. It is authoritarianism. They're trying to ram through Bill C-2, Bill C-4, Bill C-6-3, which trample all over our Charter rights and freedoms. Man, do I have some stories for you about how these guys are attacking our Charter rights and freedoms. But Bill C-2 says that every Canadian's communications can be accessed by the government if it is in the so-called national security interest. This is more extreme than the Patriot Act that was passed post 9/11. It also would allow the liberal tyrannical government to open any Canadian's mail without any notification, again, if they deem it to be in the national security interest. Bill C-4 absolves the Liberals of any responsibility of misuse of Canadians' data dating back to the year 2000. You'd never have to pass a bill like this unless you knew with the millions of pieces of data you had grossly misused it, which they clearly have. Bill C-6-3, the so-called Online Harms Act, sees the creation of a digital safety commission with 10 unelected bureaucrats and an ombudsman on it, that any citizen can report another citizen if they believe they are likely to say something hateful in the future. I kid you not. And if these 10 unelected bureaucrats, can you imagine with these liberal wokies, the type of people that are going to be on this digital safety commission, if they deem it likely enough that you are going to say something hateful in the future, they can put you under house arrest with an ankle bracelet and confiscate any weapons. This is tyranny come to Canada, straight up. There's no other way to define it. They also can throw you in prison for life for so-called incitement to genocide, as well as expanding the definition of hate speech to include so-called fomentation of detestation and vilification. This is tyranny on Canada's doorstep. People think of, because the Liberals put on this fake, phony, empathetic veneer on, that Canada is some blooming democracy. Couldn't be further from the truth. We are getting closer and closer to China every day. We are getting closer and closer to Russia every day, and further away from the ideals of this country. It's truly sickening. Join me in fighting back. Saturday, September 13th, Parliament Hill, noon, Take Canada Back rally. Thousands of patriotic Canadians out there. Same day as the UK. Message me if you're interested in learning more. I know patriotic Canadians outnumber these lunatics 10-1, but we actually have to get out and hit the streets. Please like, subscribe, share this video. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following me on YouTube, because I now have over 10K subscribers on TikTok, and the Canadian government does not like dissidents. Become a member, join this movement. We are going to take Canada back, but we're going to have to fight for it.